Right, everybody. So I did a poll the other day on Instagram to see whether I should do a speed painting video or a sketchbook video. And there we go. Everyone chose sketchbook. Well, the majority chose sketchbook. So here we go. So just wanted to let you know that I've been working on this sketchbook for about 2 years. I have multiple sketchbooks, but this one isn't all my best work. So it's a little vulnerable me putting it out there, but here we go. All right. This is B paper, by the way. Not a watercolor journal, but it handles watercolor pretty well. All right, so can't really see that in the corner. There we go. May 22nd, 2017. That was about 2 years ago, which was when I started my watercolor journey. So this is some of the first stuff I put in here. So little cat, the cactus. I really like that cactus. Cat's cool too, but don't love this side. But hey, that's what a sketchbook is for. Little swallow I did. Really like that. Some sky studies. I don't know what's going on here. Yosagi Yojimbo. If there's any Ninja Turtle fans out there, you'll know who this is. He was on a couple episodes. He was a samurai rabbit from Japan. Pretty awesome. Cat and little world, Earth, I guess. Oh, this is really bad. Watercolor, pencil, Starship Enterprise. Not my best thing I've ever done. Some portrait studies. I don't know why I used pink, but that's kind of cool. Some more studies here. Some blending study. I really like this kind of coastline here with the waves crashing. This is a tree at Elizabeth Lake. One of the biggest trees out there. Love the texture, so I had to draw it. I did this while I was reading a Stephen King novel. Pretty cool. That wasn't done with watercolor. It was done with watercolor markers, which I don't love using anymore. They're kind of tough to use, but had a cool effect. There's a study of a bridge in Paris. More watercolor marker stuff. The sky's pretty cool. This was kind of fun to do. I used to live in Creston, BC, and this was our where we used to live here. Our old garden, playhouse, kind of my old stomping grounds. Really cool. Abandoned grocery store. We used to ride our bikes around there. Really cool. And Angie, if you're watching, let's way to your house. All right. This was done with watercolor pencil. This is kind of cool. I really like this. This was a mouse I was doing, gone wrong. Tried to fix it with some shading. Did not work very well. This is a stormtrooper, obviously. A little tiny condensed stormtrooper. Really cool. I really like doing this. I like to use blue and red together when I'm sketching sometimes. This was really popular on Instagram. I don't think it's on my current Instagram. My old Instagram got hacked, so you might recognize some of the stuff in here. You can see here, there's something ripped out of there. It's because I posted something on Instagram and a follower really wanted it. I wasn't going to sell it, but I did. Didn't sell it. I gave it to her. Ernest Hemingway when he was younger. Inspiration comes in the weirdest places. This is some sausages cooking on my barbecue. Some more sky studies. Some blueberries. I really like this. Some urban sketching I did. I I also follow another YouTuber called Mini Small, and she kind of does a really cool thing. She takes Google Maps and she does the street view, and she goes to different places she wants to go. So this is actually in Zakynthos, where my father's from. I took it from Street View and sketched it. These were done with Faber-Castell brush markers. This is Moyer Lake, looking towards, this is kind of by the campground, looking towards the beach. I love Winnie the Pooh so much. So some old school Winnie the Pooh. Really like this one. I like this as well. Piglet here. These are not Winnie the Pooh, but some rabbits. Kind of cool. All right, so this is part of my Inktober challenge. Inktober is a challenge in October using only ink, and you can use a little bit of color too, but every day you get a different prompt. This one was poisonous. So you might see a few of these Inktober sketches in here. Day 2, you can see my love of Ninja Turtles. The prompt was tranquil. And this is nothing. Another Inktober, tattoo-ish inspired. It was roasted, so I did a rose with Ted. Get it? Whoa. Day 4 was spell. So I was thinking if Donald Trump got turned back into the animal that he actually is. So there you go. Donald Trump as Jackass. This is one of my favorite ones of the Inktober. It was chicken. It's a rooster, but a rooster's a chicken. I used a lot of white gel pen here. You can kind of see with the highlights. I really like using those. Day 7 was exhausted, an old house. Day 8, Winnie the Pooh. It's Star, so I made Winnie the Pooh as a cowboy, with a honey pot as a belt buckle and a banana. Day 9 was Precious. This was really fun. Any Lord of the Rings fans out there? This was just some water that I saw. I was trying to recreate going over some rocks here. Didn't turn out well, but I learned a little bit from it. So days 10 to 16. So flowing, cruel, whale, guarded, clock, weak, and angular. So I got behind, so I added these all together. So there's lots of different, see there's a whale, and kind of added some different elements into here. Really like that old Japanese style. And again, catching up from being behind, I must have been, I don't know what I was doing around this time, but really creepy baby for Breakable. Swollen. Day 18 was Bottled. This was, the inspiration for this was gummy bears. If anyone watched the gummy bears in the 80s, loved it. So gummy berry juice. Expensive, some gas, scorched. How I make my toast. Yeah. Day 24 was chop. So I did a pork chop. I didn't love this when I did it. The prompt was prickly, but I kind of like it now. It's all done with Faber-Castell brush markers. Day 26 was stretch. Not very good, but hey, that's what a sketchbook's for. Day 27 was thunder, so I did a portrait of Zeus. 28 was gift. And books make the best gifts, so. Day 29, a couple of lovebirds. Day 30 was jolt. Kind of like a young 50s boy sticking his knife into the socket. Day 31 was slice, just really simple. Again with some white gel ink again. Some tree studies. On this side, that was just a, I did a commission piece for someone for a house. This was just like a sketch on trying to get the values right. It's my daughter in her Scouts uniform. She's so cute. Some trees, just a little study. Just like Super Mario, but I wanted it really kind of pixelated. And that's done with watercolor pencil. And again, another value study. This was for another house I was doing. And that is all. So hopefully I will have another sketchbook to show you soon. Thanks, everyone.